Hello, hello, I'm Gilgamesh, and today we're doing something a little different. We're playing Frostpunk, but my workers are super lazy and they refuse to work. Let's go, go, go. Okay, so what exactly does that mean? It means that I'm not allowed to use workers like at any workplace or anything, except for scouting. Scouting is not really a workplace, and the fact that we cannot use them to provide food via hunters' huts means that the only way of gathering food is greenhouses. And for greenhouses, we need steam cores. But the problem with the steam cores is that we only have one of them, and if we are not scouting, if we cannot scout, then we won't be able to get enough greenhouses to keep our people alive. So the first thing that we need to do is to sign the child labor law, obviously, so that we can send our children working, which well, obviously also my workers are also allowed to build, because I cannot stop them from building, obviously, right? But apart from that, I can only use them to scout, so that we can get some more steam cores to actually be able to feed our people via greenhouses. So, we do have 100 food. We need a lot of things, and we barely have any resources, obviously, and we won't get a lot of resources because 50 out of our 80 people are not working because they're freaking lazy. So, get to build a workshop, because obviously we want that technology unlocked as soon as possible. Especially... yeah, thank you. Especially, actually, we don't need that much steel, right? We need 35 steel for a beacon, I think, right? Not sure we can get that at the very start, to be honest, but let's see, at the very first day. So let's beacon, because there is a lot of resources around in the Frostland, right? And we really want to get that, especially because that's the only thing we can use our workers for. We do want our workers to do something, and that's the only thing they can do, except for building, which is also fine, I guess. But hey, here we are. Here we go. So now, we also need coal. Although I'm not sure if on medium they actually die when the generator is not running, but I don't really want to risk it. We're not gonna have the beacon research today anyways, so let's gather some coal in the few remaining hours that we have. Yeah, I can use engineers and children as for whatever I want, obviously, right? For whatever they can do. Because it's only the workers, you know, worker class, not patriarchy, what's it called? Proletariat, whatever. Rise up, right? At least here in Frostpunk, I guess. Family torn apart, yeah, we'll see what we can do. And near people, well, first we need to build a beacon anyways, so... And stockpile some coal, I guess. So that people don't die in the first night. We do have quite a lot of wood, actually, that's pretty good. We are for sure gonna need a medical post. Now the question is, do we want to spend some of that wood to immediately build housing? Because we cannot provide shelter for all of the people in the first night, obviously. As you can see, I have not thought that through. I just had the idea of, hey, let's do some challenge in Frostpunk, and that sounded funny to me. So it's not like I would have planned this through. I'm doing this live on this recording, basically. For the get-go. This is the first try. I have not played this game in quite a while, so... I'm gonna make mistakes, a lot of mistakes. This is not optimized at all. But just thrown here, I was like, yeah, let's play some Frostpunk, and here we are. We might be getting the beacon, actually. But we don't have enough steel, so that's a little bad. It's kind of funny, I think that after you reach a certain threshold of the research, it still continues researching, even though the workday is over, which is kind of weird, but hey. I can appreciate that. I'll provide some shelter at least. We can do that, get some hope early in. Let's call all of our people here. They're not working anymore anyways. Turn on the heating so that they don't die until tomorrow, right? Obviously the goal is to get to building automata as quickly as possible, because that's what's gonna save our hours, right? Maybe I should have... I thought it wouldn't be possible to get technology done before the end of the day, so I stopped gathering steel. Would have been a good idea if I kept doing that. And we could have also already sent out people to get us steel, right? Don't really need a cooking house until the second day, I would say, right? Especially because I do want soup. I do want soup before we start cooking food. Because, oh boy, is food gonna be a problem until we have... Until quite some time, I would say, because I don't know when we're gonna find our second bean core, right? Alright, what do we need for our beacon? 35 steel. Gonna be a while until we have emergency shifts, so okay, that's already a pretty good start, I would say. Let's see, what are we gonna research next? Faster gathering is probably a good idea. Yeah, let's do faster gathering. We do need resources, and I don't like that you cannot choose a research when you don't have any engineers researching, even though, you know, like, it's out of work hours anyways. They're out of work hours anyways. Could build a gathering post, right? Let's build a gathering post. Yeah, we do have enough for that. Although that needs steel. Let's not do that. We really want that beacon up as fast as possible. Stupid me not having gathered all of it. Well, hey, that's we need to remember that should we fail on this attempt and have to do another attempt, right? Alright, let's use our wood. How much wood do we need? I just looked at that, I think, but I already forgot. 20. Yeah, we're gonna get 20 wood rather quickly. So let's build... Let's think for a second. As far as I know, we can get to the third day without people getting hungry, right? So we only need a cookhouse at the beginning of the third day, basically. Which is also when we should be able to sign the soup law, right? So we should be able to do emergency shift next. And then soup. Right? I think so. So let's do that. I think we need to have the generator up until 2 AM, right? At the minimum. So let's see that we don't miss turning it off, because we really need to min-max our resource usage in the beginning here. And shut down. New law, which is obviously going to be emergency shift, and we're immediately going to use that on... Really don't want to lose any engineers. I'm not sure if it's random, if it's the first or the second emergency shift where someone dies, but obviously in one of those someone always dies, right? And I don't... I would like it to not be an engineer, sorry children. Yeah. So let's send the children working on the steel wreckage and use an emergency shift on that first. Then do the same on the workshop. And just hope that it's not gonna be an engineer that dies, right? Which is a horrible thing to say, but hey, this is Frostpunk. So yeah. Alright, we soon have our 35 steel that we need for the beacon. Great. And then we also need 20 wood for actually forming a scouting squad, right? I mean, the workday is starting soon, so it should be fine. It's actually really stupid that what I did just now. But we just need that steel. Because I don't really need more steel than we already have right now. So the rest of this emergency shift is gonna be wasted, pretty much. I mean, I'm gonna let them collect a little more, but I really need that wood now, actually. Dang, it was an engineer that died. Well. I have very few sick people, fortunately, since this is normal mode. I was thinking of doing this in hard mode, but I realized you don't have any resources at the beginning of hard mode, and you can barely gather any at the beginning when the workers don't work, so we're doing this on normal for now. Yes, we will be doing that, but not right now. We need other laws first. Generator is down. Yes, we know about that. Should not forget to get us some coal for the next night, right? Because we do need coal for the next night again. You saw that we only had 3 people sick because I think at 2 AM is when it is decided how many sick people you have. Which is why you can turn off the generator then, as far as I know, right? Not that I would want to do that, I won't do that once we have enough coal, obviously. But right now we don't have enough coal, so... Alright. Obviously we need to get to the bridge as soon as possible so that we can get the automaton coming over, right? It's 40 wood that we need. Dang, I thought it was 20. That's a problem. Yeah, I guess we just have to waste that emergency shift over there and send them all over to the wood. Collect wood. And then after that we need some coal. Oh boy, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be really bad. No, this unfortunately the child needs to work. Sorry. Either the child will work. Oh, faster research, faster gathering. Very good. Fortunately, all of this costs lumber, right? Wood. We don't want to waste any wood right now. Oh boy. Do you want sawmills? I think it's probably worth to research sawmills though. Don't have 40 wood. We need some coal. Need some coal. Let's send some children to the coal. Okay, it should be fine. It should be fine. I'm sorry for flip-flopping here, but it should be fine if we gather the 40 wood first because of the faster gathering, and then send them to gather coal afterward. Looks fine, because we do need that scouting squad as quickly as possible. Alright. Let's go downwards here to the Lost Expedition. You bring us some good news. Alright, so we do need the kitchen next. Yes, because people will start getting hungry tomorrow. Okay, so far so good. How much wood do we need for the kitchen? 20. That should be fine, right? Yeah, this is gonna be fine, okay. We do have enough coal for the next night. And then afterwards, right, we can just send them back here because we do have emergency active on the steel wreckage, right? So after, okay, we have not wasted that completely. Because once we're done with the workday, we can just send everybody back to steel wreckage. Can we get 4 more wood for another research? How much should we collect? 3.3 per hour. We have half an hour left. So both of them together is 7 per hour. We have half an hour left. Well, we should be able to get 4. Okay, so let's start another steelworks. Obviously, we don't need hunters here because we're not going to build any hunters in this playthrough. We do need steam hubs, but only later. Yeah, I guess steelworks is the best for now, since we cannot do drawing boards because that needs 50 woods, right? But obviously we do need drawing boards as soon as possible because that was gonna allow us to research the greenhouse, which is the only source of food we're gonna get in this playthrough. Alright, 20. Ooh, on the spot. Okay. Where is my cookhouse? There it is. Now where do I want to build the cookhouse? You're not gonna have heaters, I don't think, when the temperature drops. We're only gonna have... Yeah, I think I do have to build it close to the generator for now, right? So that it will actually be able, we will actually be able to work it on day 4 to 6. Yeah. How much time do I have for building shelters? 1 day. 4. Okay. It's gonna be fine. All right. Let's send the children to work over at the steel wreckage because we have 24-hour shift there, right? And collect some steel now. We could do another emergency shift on wood. It might be a better idea. Right? Plus our one engineer in the medical post seems to be sick. How many more engineers do we have right now? 4. Oh yeah, I also need to power on the generator. Almost forgot that. Do we want another emergency shift or no? I mean, if I do another emergency shift on the wood crates, obviously I would have to send the children there, and then this emergency shift would indeed be wasted. I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Oh. Soup. Perfect timing. Obviously we're only gonna sell soup. Sell, haha, sell he says. Oh, let's farm that discontent. Isn't it nice how high it is already? Steel wreckage depleted. Oh, that's good, because now we can send them over to... not those wood crates, though. There's only 16 left there. I want to build a resource gather depot, resource gathering hut, I think it's called, over there. Let's do this one. And get some wood. Okay. This is looking pretty fine, I would say. It's gonna be fun once the temperature drops for the first time, right? Steelworks research. Yeah, now we need to wait for 50 wood, I would say, right? Well, we could get steam hubs. We really don't need them yet. We're not gonna be able to build any steam hubs before the temperature drops anyways. So unfortunately we just have to power through that using overdrive. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Hate to waste research time like that though. Survivors? Oh god. That's really not a thing we want right now. Let's send them to a city. Because we really... the shelter. Observatory. Sounds both like survivors, right? Pretty sure at the sturdy shelter we're gonna find survivors. I mean, but that's the path to the bridge, right? So unfortunately we have to go there. Alright, let's have one engineer on soup duty for now. Turn off the generator. No exception for the children, sorry. Alright. Now. Do we spend our wood on shelter? I think we do, because we do need 40 share for provide some shelter. But also build a sawmill, obviously. Which I think has better... resources per hour ratios. Let's do that first. Fortunately, we will only be able to send engineers there. Do we even have enough engineers to do that? We will get some. Yeah. This is gonna be fine, yeah. Then we can also build a gathering post over there. Alright, already, oof, lots of people sick this time. Yeah, it's probably because I turned on the generator too late, right? Dang. Alright. We're getting some wood now. We can start with that shelter, I guess. Don't need beats yet. Hate not being researching, but hey. I mean, we could research Steam hubs. We are gonna need Steam hubs, but it's gonna be quite a while. How much more wood do we have here? 30, and that's not a lot. I really don't want to fail that promise. Kinda stupid to do it, to be honest. Didn't think the wood situation would be that dire. Alright, send all the engineers we have to work in sawmill. Well, not all of them, but some of them, obviously. Like as many as possible. Wait, we have 5 engineers in here, even though I'm not researching? Wow, I'm so stupid. Didn't see that before. Alright, now we do need the 50 wood for researching... So what's it called? Drawing boards. So that we can get the... hothouse, it's called, not greenhouse, okay. As soon as possible. Might want additional scouts if possible, right? I'm just gonna drop tomorrow, which is bad. Also, we need coal again. Almost forgot about that again. I'm sure if a gathering post is more important than... I mean, we can do emergency shift on this. Which we need to do probably anyways. We're gonna have enough wood. To build a gathering post tomorrow. But I do need this research now. Fortunately, we need that research as fast as possible. See, why do I still have this one? Let's send the child to the cooking, right? Obviously. Please, no more. Yes, this is exactly it. Oh, right. Okay, I thought there would be survivors here, but this is exactly what we want. Steam cores, wood, food rations. That is exactly what we need. And a lot of it as well. Yeah, we want that in our city as soon as possible. Because with all the wood, we can do a lot. We can build shelters. We can do a lot. So let's get that soon back as soon as possible. Now, in terms of laws, I think we want overcrowding as soon as possible. Anything else? Extended shift. Extended shift, maybe. Right? I don't want to do child labor all jobs if I can avoid it. Simply because I still have some dignity in me, you know. Extended shift towards overcrowding is the question now. Extended shift is gonna give us... We do have emergency shift. As long as we have emergency shift and this content to do it, I think it's not gonna be that bad, right? This content will rise slightly. Overcrowding will also increase this content, unfortunately. Yeah, we need to keep our people healthy for now. First people arrive. Hello, hello. Some children, some engineers, which is good. Especially the engineers, obviously. But also workers, unfortunately. Means more houses are built. Alright. It's going fine. It's going pretty fine, I would say. Let's build a gathering post over here to gather resources tomorrow, and another one over here if we can, or not there, over here to gather coal. Because we don't want them working out in the cold when the temperature drops by 20 degrees Celsius. Which afterwards it would be at minus 40 degrees Celsius, which, funny enough, is also minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's exactly the point where they are both equal. Wood crates depleted. Alright. Then let's go gather more coal for now, please. Dear little children. And engineers. No, the engineers are gonna get some wood, because we really need wood. We want that wood. And we want people to be healthy. Did I forget to turn on the... No, I did not forget to turn on the generator yesterday, right? Oh yeah, right, you got more engineers, that's the reason. Now we suddenly have more to work with. Okay. Yes, what do you want? No roof. Shelter for some, yeah, we will be able to do that with the... Oh dang, I chose everyone. Oops! It's fine, we will be able to do that. With the incoming... wood in the next few days. Actually, I don't need to... Yeah, whatever, let's do the whole one. Oop. How much we need for the research of hothouses? Well, actually I do have some time for that because we will be getting food rations. So I don't necessarily need another emergency shift immediately here, because we don't have the discontent for it right now. Let's not build another medical post. Let's build another medical post. For now. Oh, this is gonna be fun. You know, the next 1.5 days. Get back to work. Alright, the gathering post is up. The second one for coal tomorrow, right? Really only going up one level again? Dang. For some reason I thought it would be going up to all the way to the original temperature again. How much for a gathering post? 15. Okay, that's it. Ooh. Barely enough. We have people hungry, really? Well, okay. Guess the child didn't cook fast enough, right? Haha. Ah, there we go. Nice. Really nice. Alright. Back over there we go. We do need that automaton. And now we can build. What do we build? Steelworks is always a good idea. But first I think we really want to get... shelter done, right? I mean, no shelter. Shelter is always better than no shelter, even if it isn't heated, because obviously we need to build some shelter away from the generator here. Which means that we're gonna be very cold, but it's still better than having no shelter at all. This is 2, 4, 6, which is gonna be 60. We need one more. No, 2 more. Okay. One here and one here. Yeah, also we're gonna, of course we're gonna do Faith, because we really don't want to have to use any steam cores for dormitories. So we are gonna use as many, well, not as many, but a lot of houses of healing. Well, as many as we need, I guess. More people sick. Be expected, unfortunately. I think I can do emergency shift, right? Or will most likely be. Oh, I might. Once everybody is sheltered, maybe we can do another emergency. The question is, do I want to build? Yes, I do want to build another workshop here. Speed up that researching process. Okay. Oh, it's right. It shut down the generator. Never mind. I think we're gonna have to turn it on at some point because I think they're gonna be free. Are they gonna be freezing? I'm not sure if the cookhouse is not working. That's the problem. Okay. But we do have this, so we should be able to keep it running, right? Because we do have some steady income of coal now. But that's fine. There we go. Shelter promise fulfilled. Hope rises. Discontent falls. Very good. Double rations. Nope. Really sorry, but nope. Alright, we'll be able to do overcrowding just a second, and then, well, discontent will rise again, but we will have enough people on. We will be able to have all the people being treated to, all the sick ones. Currently sick ones, because there's gonna be a lot more tomorrow, obviously. Which is yikes, but hey, here we are. Alright, we have so much wood. What can we do with our wood? Not really a lot. Fortunately, well, we can build a steelwork, just so that we have them, I guess. Because we are gonna need them at some point anyways, right? Alright, overcrowding. There we go. Discontent rises. Everybody's being treated. Should be getting treated. Resources shortage. What do you want me to sign? Extend the shift. Sure, maybe. Might be the next one. Actually, I think I want fighting arenas next. Reduce discontent, right? Because if not, yeah, this is gonna be a problem. Two sick absences. Like to hear that. Let's reallocate some engineers to researching. Because obviously we do have enough wood right now. Alright. We need the hothouse right now. Yes, because we don't have a steady income of coal anyways, so team hubs wouldn't really be a thing right now. Yeah, let's do the hothouse first. I'm not even sure if one hothouse will be enough for our current amount of people. That's gonna be a year. Dude, no. We can't do any of that, I'm sorry. We don't have food. Why are 2 people not being treated to? Oh, weird. Are they like in the... Usually that's when people are like on the hunt, but we don't have any hunters. Kinda strange. Alright. Food. Yes, we do have food. Build a hunter's hut or a hothouse. Well, we only have one option for that, unfortunately. Not gonna get the research done today, unfortunately. Maybe, I don't know what the threshold exactly is. It's not 87. Okay. I could emergency shift, but I really don't want to risk being thrown out because of this content, I have to say. It's fine, we do have the food for now. Fine. Now we are gonna overdrive overnight. So that at least some of the people are warm. Actually, let's see. We want as many workers in the cold huts as possible and all the important people. So the children and engineers. Yikes. On the warm huts, right? So the... Not sure if we can, like, kick them out. Like, kick some of the workers out. Like, for this, for example, we can close this. Now they relocated. We can open it up again and then close this. Right? All the children should be... Oh. Where the heck are they? Now it's children again. What? Kick him out. Can I not kick them out? Dang. Okay, I guess then we have to deal with sick children. Which is a shame. Not only because it's children, but also because they are our most important worker right now. Well, not the most important ones, that's the engineers, but yeah, the children are almost as important. Do you have enough wood? I don't know what to do with that wood right now. Could send some of the engineers over to the steelworks, I guess. Now the reason why I tend to, you know, like stop, I tend to basically close down the workplaces overnight is that... A second here. Yeah, send that one home. Alright, that's basically the most important one. I think there might be more resources over here, right? So let's go there. The reason why we do that is because it's random which people are getting sick overnight, right? So what you can do for min-maxing is that you unassign all the workers, well, from all workplaces, and then once people start getting sick, so at like 4 AM or whatever, you can reassign them, and then only the healthy people should be assigned to the workplaces, because they take priority over the sick people when you assign them to workplaces, which means that now we have a pool of workforce. As you can see, people are getting sick. You can stop the overdrive again. And if we now assign all the people to the workplaces again before 6 AM, we can now prioritize which ones of the workplaces will actually be worked, because, you know, like, the sick people will be assigned last. So for example, we do need coal, which means we want to have as many children working here, and that should be all 10 of them. Actually, I don't know if we need 10 exactly. And then the others should go over here, and some of them will be sick. Then the most important for the engineers right now is, well, apart from... Yeah, I should have also retracted those now that I think about it. Because research is obviously the most important thing right now. So let's make sure that we do have healthy engineers on research. And then mostly steel, because we do have enough wood for now. Okay. Looking not too bad, I have to say. I'm a little worried about the numbers of how many people are sick, but it should be getting better once it's getting a little warmer again, right? And once we actually start heating all the homes when we have steam hubs. But we really need food right now. Oh my god, yes. Hot house. Give me a hot house. Okay. So what's next? Coal mining is going to be important, but I think steam hubs are probably more important right now. So that we can actually heat all the houses. Then again, you know, like, temperature's gonna go up soon. Maybe we want... We don't want infirmaries because of... medical post upgrade. Oh, we had a medical post upgrade. I think I'm gonna get the medical post upgrade. Because we really don't want to we really don't want this illness wave to spiral out of control. Yeah, I think that's the best we can do right now. And then after that, either steam hubs and or coal mining. We still have quite some coal lying around though, so it's not that important right now. Do medical post upgrade. Right, how much coal are we actually gaining? Oh yeah, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, let's build the hothouse. Now the problem with the hothouse is it's not gonna work right now. Because it's too cold. Should have researched heater for the hothouse, I forgot about that. Probably need the automaton to work on the hothouse for quite a while, right? At least overnight. Yeah, let's switch to the heater. We need the heater for the hothouse. I forgot about that. Do we want the heater though, or maybe the steam hub? Let's research the steam hub. Because we are not worried about space right now. And we can still relocate the... Actually, do we need to relocate it? I can just build it as I usually would. Which is a default building pattern. Wait, that's actually bad because there's a gathering hut there. I should have probably thought it down over there. Oops, sorry. Stop that, stop that. Do I get back my resources? I do get back my resources, okay. Because if not, that would have been bad. Yeah, it's my default building layout basically. It's actually really neat because you can have a what's it called? A fighting arena, which is the next. Yeah, this is gonna be the next law that we're gonna sign in here. That reaches all the tents that we're gonna build around it. Wait, didn't I build? I did build. Streets over there. Yeah, important in Frostpunk, always build the streets first, because the space that the buildings need to be built, the space that they what's it called? Claim, is dependent on where the streets are built, because they can be a lot wider than they should be. So always build the streets first. Now let's see if I can remember this. I think you build this and then go in here too, because you need to be able to reach the fighting pit, and then I think the steam hub is gonna go there. And then you're gonna have one more row of 5 tents / houses over there, and behind that, this area, you can have other buildings. For example, a hothouse. Or in like infirmaries and stuff like that, that will also be inside the area of the steam hub. So I can build tents over here, because we do have the wood now anyways, and then close down these. So that we will be able to, once we research the steam hubs, those will be warm. So we can relocate the people to go over there. Survivors? Oh, we really don't want survivors. Sorry. I was hoping for resources, dang, my bad. Because as long as we don't have a steady food income, survivors are gonna break our back. They might be the straw that breaks our back. Oh, hothouse. I need to build a hothouse. I already forgot about it. I didn't really forget about it. I wanted to wait for the streets because... Actually, I wanted to wait for the steam hub because I don't really know the range of the steam hub and where the hothouse will still be in range of it, but whatever. We need that food. How much does a hothouse provide? 30 raw food per day. Now, the question is that per working day or per day if it's worked by an automaton? Let's assume per working day, so that would be 30. How much is a hunter's hut? 15, oh my god. Not actually. 30, so that's gonna be 45? No. How much food is that? How many rations is that gonna be? 60. No. 60, what? 75? 75. Oh, that's actually pretty quite a lot. Right, because it's divided by 2 is 15, times 2 is 75, yeah, okay. 75, and I think we need like 112. Well, okay, maybe not that good. What does our little thing here says? 107, so okay. So we do, in theory, need 2 hothouses, but we can, as soon as our automaton gets here, we can work the hothouse overnight as well. Right. And then, actually, we're gonna have factories real soon, and then it's gonna be... Huh, it might be pretty easy after that, because we can build automaton, right? Although I hate building automaton for the original price of like 100 wood, 100 steel, and 1 steam core, right? But we're gonna need it, because our workers are lazy. Stupid workers. Okay, okay. How much until we can increase? Problem is steam cores. We have 2 steam cores. We need steam cores for automata. And I don't know where to find more steam cores. Well, obviously somewhere in the Frostland, but where is the question? I don't know. And I'm not gonna look it up because that's not the idea of the challenge. Alright, we need 1 hothouse for sure. The question is, do we need a second one? When we also use our automaton to work that hothouse overnight. Come on, Steam Hub. I think we're low enough in this content that we might be able to... Is that where we want to build it, or is it in between there? I'm not sure. No, I think it's there because we want 5 tents behind, right? So it's there, yeah. Alright. So we don't need the heaters right now. More scouts would also be very good. I think that's actually even better than the medical post upgrade right now. I didn't think of that, because that's how we can get our workers to work, right? And how we can get more resources. So that's fine. Law for fighting arenas will soon be fine. And then we want to do corpse disposal so we can get organ transplant, right? Yeah. Extended shift. Still not sure about extended shift. I could do extended shift on the... We might want extended shift here. We do have a lot of coal, I just realized. Anything else we can do with these children? Right now? Or they can work in the hothouse, right? Yeah, so we probably want to send him to the hotel. Coal should be enough until tomorrow, right? I think it's 10 we need. Yeah. Unfortunately, they're gonna go to... Yeah, I think we do extend the shift first. This will also increase the output of our hotels, right? Overdrive again overnight. We do have enough coal, including the steam hub, right? Till tomorrow? Yeah, should be fine. That's like a little over 200, yeah, okay, per day. That's fine, okay. Good, good, and everyone is warm, isn't that nice? Wow. Look at how good we're doing with our lazy workers here. Extend the shift. Which will also increase discontent, but it's fairly fine, I would say, right now. I basically do that in everything right now, I would say, right? Let's wait until tomorrow so they don't freeze to death. I mean, it's past the working hours anyways. That we get healthy workers again. Well, not workers, but, you know, healthy people at our workplaces. Yeah, this is going swimmingly. Maybe I should have tried doing it on... the problem is on a hard, I realized that in the first night when you don't have coal for the generator, people immediately die and stuff like that. And it's really so much more difficult at the beginning when you don't have any resources, which is the case when you play it on hard. When you can barely gather any as well, right? Because obviously the workers don't work, ha ha ha. But this feels a lot easier than I thought it would be, to be honest, so far. But hey, whatever, right? We're just gonna play through it. And, well, once we reach a point where we realize, hey, we're basically already through anyways, I'm just gonna start, you know, cutting out some of the footage, or a lot of footage probably, so you can just see some key moments and stuff, instead of having to watch the whole thing. Alright, we still have stuff to gather over here, interesting. Oh yeah, engineers first, don't forget those. Coal. Kinda do want still to gather some coal, I guess. I mean, there's unlimited steel in the steelworks, so there's really no reason to... Except for having more space, prioritize gathering those open resources here instead of the ones in the steelworks. Yeah, but I do want to have them out of the way at some point anyways, right? Team core, that is good. Do I need that steam core? I don't need it immediately, so I guess we can continue towards Winterhome. Although I think that triggers the Londoners, right? We want to hold off on having the Londoners as long as possible. Let's head over to the coal mine for now. Cops in the streets. Yeah, we will solve the problem, right? Oh yeah, we need to do that next. I forgot about that. All right. Okay, so we're gonna do Snow Pit next, which is fine because I want to get to organ transplanters rather quickly anyways, right? More scouts, yeah right, that's what we were doing. How much is drafting machines? We could do that right now. Then get the factory. Do we want that now? Still have a lot of coal lying around. We don't need a coal mine as yet. I think I want the medical post upgrade first. Alright, our automaton is gonna be here soon. Alright, this is producing 3 per hour. We have a 14 hours workday, so that's gonna be 14 times 3, 30, 42 is 21 times 5, which is 105? 105 food rations per day, which is a little less than we need, I think. Yeah, just a little less, but then we can also use the automaton to power it overnight, so that's gonna be fine. The good thing about the automaton is it's not going to be wasted during the day because we don't have enough people to actually staff all our workplaces anyways, right? So it's just going to run one of the workplaces at a 60% efficiency compared to when you would staff it with people during the day, and then in the night it's going to do additional work that the people wouldn't be doing anyways, right? So that's really fine. That is really fine. Okay, we're doing good, we're doing good. Medical post upgrade on the way, perfect. Now let's get that snow pit going. Somewhere over here. Where we will never have any heat, because snow pit and heat is not a good idea. And next we're gonna finally the fighting arenas. Alright, let's do drafting machines so I can get to that factory. How many people have died so far? I think it's only one, right? Only the one that died from overwork. Which, if you do extend the emergency shift, you're always gonna have that one dead person, unfortunately. Really cannot avoid that. And if you don't do it, you know, like, it just make it a little harder on yourself, to be honest.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
First automaton is here. We're gonna immediately send that to work on the hot towers, I would say. Actually, is the workday already over? I don't think so, right? Yeah, we still have like 1.5 hours. Yeah, we do need more wood now. I'm not sure if it immediately is gonna give us some wood, even though it's not there yet. Yes, it does. Okay, great. Using automatons. Get some coal from the coal mine. Actually, I don't need, we're ever gonna need the coal mine as a... I cannot do outposts anyways, because we need workers for that, and I don't want to do that, actually. Scouting is fine, outposts are not, so we can dismantle it and take the steam cores with us, which is great, because the steam cores we would only be able to get, except for the ones that are lying around in the Frost world, from Tesla City. But we cannot work Tesla City because obviously we don't have, we're not allowed to do outposts, right? So let's just take all of these precious resources and get them home. Actually, maybe we do want to bring in the people now. Although I don't think so, because we're just gonna do automatons now, right? Do we really need more people? I mean, we're gonna get them, don't worry. But I think we first want to get like the economy running with the automatons. Ah, whatever, let's get them. Let's see how many it is extra anyways. I might have had some people die during... Oh yeah, also we want to have more engineers, I guess, for curing people. Although that's pretty good right now. Currently 18 people being treated. But that's perfectly fine. Oh, yeah, disposal of the dead. Yeah. Oh, look! Wow! Oh, I didn't realize so much of the discontent was because of the corpses lying around. Huh? I could easily have done more emergency shifts then. Speaking of. Oh wait, now we want to have it over at the hothouse. Which is producing food, yes. Okay. Good, good. This is going great. We're gonna get lots of resources in roughly a day. So we can then do mechanical calculations, I would say. But for now, we really want a factory. Can't, we don't have enough steel, dang. What can we get that doesn't need steel and will help in the future? Heaters, let's do heater. Overnight. So we don't waste that time. Till we can get more steel. Temperature is gonna drop in 1 to 3 days. Although I don't think this is gonna be permanent, right? It's gonna rise again, I think, after that at some point. So we're still not pressured on time in having better buildings or a higher heat level anyhow. But there's still lots and lots of time for that. And we really want to focus on our economy here. Alright, we need coal. And steel. I think I want the automaton on steel, actually. As soon as this is off. And then the rest of the children over here. No, actually 10 of the children in the hothouse. Wow. And one lone engineer, who is probably sick. But if he's not sick, he's gonna work on gathering that. Oh, it's already past 6. There we go. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, we actually do, I think, still need some here. Need some people, right? Some more people. Because it's still gonna be just a bit. Do we have enough? How long does it take for the automaton to start working on that steelworks? Ugh. I don't like that. Yeah, no research currently. That's kind of bad, but I guess I can use the engineers for other things then. Look at that! We're gonna have no people sick this evening. Or barely any. Oh, he's filling up on the steam hub, that's why it's not working right now. Oh, now he's working, alright, good. So we can start researching in just a second here. Alright, actually, we need fighting arenas. We are so low on this content already. I think we want to go organ transplants first. Because this also increases how quickly people are being healed in any of our medical facilities. Even if we don't have any people die, like it's called organ transplant, but it just increases the recovery rate. Even if you have no people in the snow pit, no corpses in the snow pit, of which we have one. So that's why, unfortunately, I will always prioritize snow pits over cemeteries, because cemeteries just don't do you anything basically, right? And snow pits just give you free 10%, I think it is, recovery speed for at any medical facility, which is bonkers. Alright, what do we have here? We have 19 engineers, 26 workers. That's pretty good. So let's bring them home. Oh yeah, we also have more. I completely forgot that we have more scouts researched, right? Wow. So let's get those to work. With some of our last remaining wood here. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be, this was a great idea. Look at that, 3 steam cores and so many resources. This is gonna, oops, help us just long enough to actually get a real economy going here. And lots of automatons, I guess, right? I would have considered, you know, like going to Winterhome rather early now if we needed the Houses of Healing. But our health situation seems to be so good right now, we really don't need them, right? It's like, look, you know, I've said that I haven't played this game for quite some time, right? And the last thing I did in this game is completing all Steam achievements, which is 114, I think, of them, right? Which includes playing every single scenario on Survivor mode. So yeah, I've completed every single scenario on Survivor mode in this game. And I completely forgot how easy medium is, like the normal difficulties is, and it's like, really? Is that all there is? I mean, okay. So yeah. This is fun. But also so much easier than I thought it would be. Maybe this is probably just gonna be one video then instead of a series of videos. Come on, research at factory. Are you kidding me? No, not really, right? The emergency shift just fell off. My god. Whatever. Let's do the other one then. Well, we don't have the resources to build a factory now. So that was kind of useless, stupid me. But we can still research something else. I think it should be... No, we don't have enough wood, really. Wait, we might be able to... Because... No, that just... Isn't there something that... Ah, there! So, steam sawmill. I don't need a steam sawmill, though. Dang, now we don't have enough wood. That was pointless, stupid me. Yeah, nothing we really desperately need right now, though, so... All fine. Probably want... I think I want a wall drill next, probably, right? Get some wood coming in here. And then coal mining, even though we still have quite some coal lying around. Well, not that much. I probably should be doing coal mining next. Kind of surprised that these are still... Well, I guess I'm not really working on them, right? Oh yeah, food. Dang, I forgot to assign the automaton again, right? I hate it that it takes so long till they actually start working. That's the problem with only a single automaton. Because I'm not even sure if it actually starts working before it. Because it always goes to recharge first, right? Before it starts working. But that's kind of stupid, actually. Survivors, unfortunately... You know, the problem is I don't need my scouts, right? So I could just go the risk here. And not needing them, I mean, I do need them, but, you know, like, it's only workers, and that's the only thing the workers do. We do have a lot more workers where they come from, right? But I also don't necessarily need the survivors, but let's try. Let's be good people here. Oh, they survived. Nice. I think there's like 3 different outcomes here, right? One where everybody dies, one where only your scouts die but they survive, and one where everybody survives, right? Although I'm not sure if there is an outcome where everybody dies, actually. But hey, we won! Yay! Okay, so now they're just getting them home. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get more people here, so we for sure need a second hothouse, but we are gonna get more steam cores anyways, right? So that's gonna be fine. I would really love to research faster sleds. But yeah, not having any wood right now is really stupid. Let's do another emergency shift on sawmill, I guess, right? Get some wood together here so we can actually research something. And make use of that emergency shift in the... what's it called? Workshop. So, wall rail is what I wanted. We're gonna get 3 steam cores. One is gonna be hothouse. We have 4. One is gonna be the hothouse, one is gonna be the wall rail, and then we have 2 more for automaton. Right? So that's good. Just... oh, from overrack, I guess? Yes, okay. Not good, but hey, here we are. Might be able to actually tear down that medical post. Don't think I need it right now. Those people are cozy. Yeah, and temperature goes up again. It's like, on medium you have so much time to actually get your heat management going. It's bonkers. Like in hard and higher you don't have the time. It would be like minus 50 degrees probably already. Wait, didn't someone die? Then why? How is that still 5 out of 5? That's weird. Oh, they probably died over here. Never mind. The sawmill. Alright, I don't think switching the automaton for the night shift is gonna really do anything right now. Because it takes too long. So let's just leave it on steel for now. Wait, I love this. Alright, first let's send them out again, over to the observatory. Let's send some children to the hothouse, obviously, as usual. An extended shift, please. Let's build a second hothouse, because we do have more people now. And we also need some more tents. 4 of them. Build all 6 there. Yeah, obviously I want them in the warm zone, in the heat zone, and not over here where there is no heat, because I really like that there's basically no people sick right now. More engineers in there, some children to work this, and some engineers, obviously. And then, oh yeah, coal. Coal, we also need coal. Oh, we suddenly have so many people. Isn't that nice? Yeah, let's help send the rest of the engineers to help the help the child do some cooking, right? For now. Wow, so many resources. Yeah, we might research... no, we're probably gonna research the next tier next. Oh yeah, the factory. Want to build a factory, obviously. Right. Lots right in there, nice. More people, even more people. Wow, I don't even know what to do with all these people right now. Well, I guess as soon as we have the next hotels, we'll have something to do for some people. Alright, let's build the second living quarters over here. We can have those tents active over here. Wall drill, let's go mechanical calculators. It's gonna use a lot of... and build that wall drill. I mean, we really don't care about the frozen trees, because we're not gonna need them anyways once we have wall drills, right? Alright, looking good. Looking really good. Now we need wood for an automaton, obviously, because they need 100 wood and 100 steel at the beginning, which is really much too much, but whatever. Yeah, we're gonna send that automaton over to the wall drill as soon as it's finished. Coal pile depleted. I don't like to hear that. Oh yeah, we want to do coal mining next, I remember. Oh no, it's actually not that bad because we still have over here, right? Still have enough over here. No issue at all. Is there? 22, yeah, we can dismantle that gathering post. Just a few minutes. Woman in despair. A woman is sitting on a snow pit holding her dead husband's hand, crying her heart out. Perhaps you should have agreed to give people proper burial after all. Nope. I mean, we can bury him. Don't need the bodies. As we have established before. Organ transplant, that's how it works, obviously. Coal pile depleted. You have lots of coal. Oh yeah, right, they brought in coal from the coal mine, that makes sense. Send over the automaton. Wall drill. We have some engineers. Oh yeah, we have lots of engineers to work in the steel one. Do we want heaters? I don't think we need them right now. Fine. Alrighty. This is looking very mighty fine. Tomorrow we're gonna build another automaton. Coal mining. Do we need coal mining next? We still have. We still have. I think it's 1,000 coal lying around, right? What else could we need? Steam Steelworks. Get to the economy pumping, right? I mean, I think Steam Steelworks do not require steam cores, right? So that would be actually pretty good. I think this makes them cheaper already, right? So let's do that first, actually. Already 20 cheaper, and then I think this one lowers it to 50-50, right? Yeah, let's do cheaper automatons first. Because, oh boy, we're gonna build as many automatons as we can, right? People are hungry? Yeah, sorry about that. I do not want to promise anything right now. Because I do not currently want to use an automaton for gathering food. Because economy is the name of the game in this. If you have a roaring economy, you can face anything in this game. Alright, I think we can finally do our fighting arenas, right? Yes, thing that we need. Alright, fighting arenas, finally. Get that discontent lowered. Can we do the remerchant shift on our workshops? I think so. Because I do want those cheaper automaton for tomorrow. Hope rises and discontent is lowered by quite a bit. We love fighting arenas. Alright. Good. Wood is coming in at a very steady pace, obviously. More survivors. Dang, I should have skipped this. Well, it's a lot of engineers, so it's gonna be fine, I think. I guess we go to Winterhome then. I mean, obviously we could just be like, whatever, we don't need them, so just leave them all to die to make the run easier, but obviously we want to save as many people as possible. Even though this is a challenge run, but it seems easier than I thought it would be, so hey. Let's just up the stakes a little, right? Streamlight automatons researched. Nice. Build one exactly, at least tomorrow. Be fine, right? 2 people from 8. Yeah, whatever. Alright, what's next? Steam Steelworks, or I think we want automaton integration for now. That increases there. Because usually automaton only, if you use them in any workplace, they only work at 60% the efficiency of the normal people that would be working then, human people would be working then, there, right? But as you can see, you can research automaton integration like 3 times to increase their efficiency up to 90%. And then I think you can do other things that actually increases it even further. And at some point, I think even automaton are even more efficient than people. And they work for the whole day, right? So this is going to be basically a free boost to our economy immediately. While if we research Steam Steelworks or the Steam Wall Drill, we need to replace those buildings first, which takes some time off. And for the Wall Drill, we would also need an additional Steam core. So this is going to be basically free economy boost, and the others aren't. So let's do that first. Especially once we have lots of automatons, and we do want to have lots of automatons, obviously. Wood and raw food. Nice, that's exactly what we need right now, especially the food. Because we do have enough raw food production, actually, with our hothouses, but it kind of, as you can see, hey, yeah. But, you know, just having a bit... some spare food would be nice, right? So that people aren't, because we still have 13 people hungry. And actually we also have people sick now. So let's build that article post again, I guess. Don't think we're gonna build any infirmaries in this run because they need steam cores, so we're gonna wait for houses of healing to be able to treat gravely ill people, even though probably shouldn't getting any, but hey, whatever, right? Steelworks are running fine. Yeah, this is running brilliant. So we do obviously want second steelwork because steel is really something, is the resource that trickles in the slowest. So it's really worth investing in advanced steel gathering as early as possible. Well, after you have, you know, like your wood going, because you need more wood, obviously. But it's also easier to get wood because you have a really quick wood gathering with the wall drill. You wouldn't actually need the sawmill, but hey, I mean, let's give our engineers something to do, right? Speaking of which, they're gonna get some engineers in 6 hours, right? So I'm not gonna bother sending some to the medical post right now, to be honest. What's wrong with this? What the heck? Why doesn't that work? Okay. Steel wreckage depleted. Oh, finally. Finally, we can soon give up this gathering post over here. Automaton integration research. Nice. Problem is, they all sick? They are all sick. Yeah, I do want that automaton. Please. Quickly as possible. What are we gonna research next? Good question. Next question. I guess it's time for coal mining. Maybe steam steelworks. Yeah, I think we want steam steelworks first. And then coal mining. We still have quite some time until we need to invest in our heating. So as you can see, even though temperature will drop in tomorrow, actually, it will rise again in 2 days. So that's going to be fine. We can just bridge that with overdrives in the night. I would say we have at least 7 to 10 days before we actually need to do something about the heating situation. So we really don't need to be researching any of that right now. Yeah, obviously we, don't have anyone to work in this right now, but whatever. I mean, we could use the engineers from the sawmill, right? Because... yeah, let's use the engineers from the sawmill. For now. Wait, shouldn't we be getting... I thought they would be escorting survivors. What the heck? I guess they didn't. Weird. 98 workers that didn't have to work a single minute so far. Isn't that nice for them? Yeah, right. We will be getting new people, so we need more tents over here. Wow, I have so much wood. What can we do with so much wood? Like, resource depots are kind of a waste of resources as long as you don't really have a lot of them. So what I usually use to dump an abundance of resources into is better housing. But obviously we can't do that right now because we haven't researched it yet. I guess we just build a resource depot anyways. Doesn't matter. Resource depot really doesn't have to be heated, so we can just build it as far away from the generator as we want. Workday and not for automatons. Really didn't they? They didn't finish the automaton, right? I don't want to do an emergency shift for that. Also, I don't have the disk content to do that actually. Alright, that was the advanced steelworks. Now, difference engine, difference engine. Wait, I don't have enough. Oh no, they are working on the automaton already, so I can do difference engines. Okay. What did we research? Oh yeah, steam steelwork. Right, we don't have enough steel for the steel steamworks, huh? Ironic. Alright, bring those people home. And yeah, I think the rest of this playthrough is gonna be really smooth sailing. This is so much easier than I thought it was gonna be. Haha. Maybe I should have really tried it on hard. But then again, on hard, I mean, it's gonna be hard and hard. Maybe we're gonna do this challenge again at some point and try it on hard. You know, having this as a little appetizer before we do that. Yeah, we don't need our scouts right now, obviously, but actually I think there's gonna be some points of interest unlocking over here once we reach Winterhome, right? So let's send them over there so we can get all of that as soon as possible. Now we're gonna finally staff our second medical post here. Do we still have enough food? We do have barely enough food, okay. Which is fine. We can just, you know, like... since we're gonna have 2 automatons soon. Actually, I probably want one of the automatons on the steelworks right now. Does we really have enough wood right now? I don't have enough coal, are you kidding me? Oh, guess coal mines are gonna be next. Well, that was a given actually anyways, right? I think if you upgrade a building where an automaton is working on, the automaton itself will build the building, right? So that's kind of fun. Right, temperature is gonna drop. I don't really have a lot of coal right now, so that's a little bad. It's gonna be fine. No, in terms of heaters. This is not working. They are still working. They are still working. They are still. They are working. We're probably gonna not have enough coal, right? Oh, it's actually pretty close. Okay. That's gonna be fine enough until we have steel. Oh wait, we do have a second automaton. Finally. We don't have any more steam cores right now. So what do we do with the second automaton? We could just send it. Can we use it on a gathering post? Oh, wow, we can. Okay. We get the rest of these coal resources over here. So let's do that. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do that at night. Stupid me. Let's send it to the hothouse. Well, we don't really need it right now because in like work time, right? So haha, it's just gonna reduce the efficiency on any of the buildings right now. Team cores! Yes, we are on our own. Oh wait, did I send my... Dang, I sent it in the wrong direction. Okay, let's go over there. And you go over here. And now they're all gonna be sad. Hope falls, we are alone. Terrible, all those poor people, we can't end up like them. This place is a deadly trap, we need to get out of here. We should have stayed in London, surely it couldn't have fallen like this. Coming here was a fool's errand, we should go back. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. Windrome has fallen, they're all dead. How will we survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. I must give them purpose. Faith, obviously. Houses of prayer.
Hear me.
Fundamental research.
War in the city.
The engineer won't be able to work. Okay. Too bad. Would have been nice if he would have used the automaton right now because obviously we have an abundance of automatons right now, right? Well, not really, but one of them isn't really working right now anyways. Alright, let's build some houses of prayer. Wait, did I not... Huh. Did I forget to enact another law? Wow. For quite some time as it seems, right? Are we not gonna... Yeah, see, if I build it here, it's not as wide as if you build it there. That's why. That's the thing with the streets that I was talking about. We're not gonna reach all of them anyways. How much does one cost? 30 wood, 10 steel. And we don't have that much steel right now, so let's not build too many. Let's just build the 2 that we need right now. The unconvinced want to leave. So I've convinced the majority, but hope is low. A group of our people are still so scared that they want to flee the city of London. Flee the city for London in 15 days. They've come to try to change your mind. You say that faith will save us? Nonsense! What are we going to pray for food when we start to starve? Shouts one of them. If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. Calm down, we're not going to die. The Londoners, your people are divided. Some of them are so scared that they plan to leave the city for London in 50 days. They'll try to convince others to join them, preying on their discontent. Fear may lead people to their desperate acts. Maintain peace, give people hope, and manage their discontent to guide the city safely through the looming social crisis. And with this, we're gonna end the first episode of Ilganus playing Frostpunk with no workers. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in for the second episode when we might be finishing this already, or at least defeat the Londoners, right? So, until next time, bye bye.